So how is it that we're seeing multiple offers on properties, yet we're seeing a month-over-month price decline of 5.4%, despite the number of sales going up 37% year over year? Something's clearly not adding up. In this video, I'll break down exactly what we're seeing in the Toronto real estate market and provide some context into the numbers. And make sure you watch till the end where I tell you where I see the market headed in 2024. Hello everyone, my name is Sid Sir from Team Sir Real Estate. I help clients with buying, selling, leasing, investing, as well as all aspects of pre-construction condos. If this is your first time on this channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. So let's take a dive right into the numbers here. Year over year, every single property type has trended upwards in price across the GTA with the exception of condos, which is down 0.6% year over year. More on condos later. So detached went up 0.8% in average price year over year, semi-detached 1.8%, townhouses 0.5%. If we look at sales from last January and this January, sales are up 37%. New listings are up 6.1%, active listings up 8.5%, and average price down 1%. And of course, month over month, prices are actually down 5.4%. We're talking the month of December, which is supposed to be a very slow month. There's really no activity happening because everybody's away on holidays. Nobody's really selling. Nobody really wants to buy except for buyers that are looking for deals. So how is it that prices trended down month over month, and yet being in the market daily, I'm seeing multiple offers. I'm seeing showings skyrocket. I'm working with buyers right now that last year put their home buying needs on the sidelines and are now active in the market again. And they reached out to me middle of January saying, hey, let's go out looking for homes. And pretty much everything I'm showing them in Mississauga and when it comes to townhouses are selling in multiple offers. We've got listings right now that were sitting on the market last year, weren't really getting any showings, much less any offers, and are now not only getting showings, but generating multiple offers. Now, granted, some of these properties that are getting multiple offers, they're listed much below market value, which is obviously driving a lot of buyer activity in, which is how you set the stage to generate multiple offers. Yet it still shows you that buyers are active and they're back in the market and they're looking at homes again. Now, here's the most interesting stat. You guys ready for this? The average price right now clocked in at $1,026,703. Ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, but this is a new bottom. Many agents, including myself, predicted that the bottom of the market was behind us. We thought the market had actually bottomed out last January. In fact, if we look at the sales numbers over the last 12 months or even over the last 11 months, we can see January of 2023, the average price was $1,038,668. And since then, we had some price appreciation. And of course, we had some declines in the month of June, July, and August. And also in November, which was a very slow month. And yet, here we are in January of 2024. With all this activity going down, we've hit a new bottom. So to answer this question of why prices actually declined month over month, despite all this activity, I decided to dig a little bit further, right? Now remember, December, again, is a very slow month. Buyers aren't really out looking unless you're looking for crazy deals. Sellers aren't listing their properties on the market. Even when you look at the sales to new listings ratio, January of 2023, it was 40.3%, and this past January, last month, it was 51%. So more listings are being absorbed and purchased than last January. So again, that didn't add up. So I decided to take a look at what property types were selling in the last several months. So if we look a little bit more closely at the data, specifically property types, more condos sold this past January compared to the last several months. Now, obviously, condos are the most affordable segment. It's got the lowest entry point. And total sales for condos is 1,335. If we look at December of 2023, which was 2 months ago, the total number of condo sales was 944. In November of 2023, it was 1,212. In October, 1,296. And in September, 1,307. So all of the fall period, the portion of condo sales relative to total sales was about 28.2% and then 27.9% in October, 28.6% in November, and December it was 27.4%, and January was 31.6%. So more condos sold overall than in the last several months, including the fall of 2023. So a very interesting stat there. Again, it's hard to say if that really played a factor because condos are the lowest price points. So that brought the average down a little bit. But again, hey, it's important to look at the numbers. Now, the other stat we should be looking at is what percentage of higher priced properties in general were selling over the last several months. Because again, if you have properties that are much higher price points that are selling, it'll make the average higher. So we can see the similar pattern when it comes to that because from September of 2023 to January of 2024, which is right now, there were more sales north of 2 million over the last several months than in January, which of course could have an impact on bringing the average price a little bit lower. Treb does not exactly provide us any more data that's north of 3 million, 4 million. We don't know how much more these price points are. We just have an average of 2 million and higher property sales. It doesn't break it down any further after that. We also know that condos in the second half of 2023 weren't really doing that well. There was an oversupply of condo inventory, and condos were consistently trending lower month over month when it came to prices. Now, as far as where the market is headed, as we approach closer to spring and the next rate announcement coming in March 6th, which most likely is going to be a rate hold, probably not a rate cut, I think we are due to see more pickup in activity over the next several months going into spring. Now, here's a very important stat I want to finish with, and that is the data over the last 10 years going from January to February of every single year. And if we look at the data, it is very consistent across the board. Every single year from Jan to Feb, prices have gone up. There's not been a single year where prices went down from Jan to Feb. And I am extremely confident that we're going to see the same pattern this year. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and found some more context into the numbers. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think the Toronto real estate market has bottomed out, or is it yet to see the bottom? Let me know in the comments. Thank you guys for watching the video. Take care.